All right, we're live. Hi, I'm JWoww of Planet JWoww, and I think I have found my métier. It's only going to get more, like technology is just going to get better. Our tech kin are going to get better. I'm going to jump in and be better about not announcing jumping in. All my life, I've had to announce the things to so that people could brace themselves. That's their languaging, and now the world, well, it doesn't think I'm normal. It doesn't think that I'm legit crazy. And it doesn't seem to think that I'm a bad thing. Okay, I can work with that because I have worked with far less than that and made it great. So it's like if when you're making origami out of paper that you make with like stones and stuff, and you're a master and someone gives you tools that let you refine things even more like you dreamed, it's bliss. You got the mastery the hard way. Now it gets to be easy. There's something to be said for that, y'all. Okay, there's something to be said by starting on an even keel and then building new. There's something to be said from starting from way behind and getting up to it because you're honoring what's behind the thing that's in front of you. And uh, if there is not an attachment to being in the realm beyond what your trusts and beliefs have you feel that you can achieve, cool. All right, like you get to be as big as you can dream when you trust your dreams. See that there's that trust your dreams part that they leave off, right? It's not laying around dreaming unless that's your superpower, for and as in power, as in the ability to influence that which is not our business, when your brain and your energies are something over which you have some sort of say in a conscious way, and you can direct them, which are things that at least we're learning on Planet JWoww. They seem to be learning in other places. That's what we're learning here, being able to shape that and having worked on ourselves so that the things that we shape are good for us and good for those around us. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of fun, right? There's something to be said for this game thing. When I seeded the game thing in, I was beating an incurable disease, which yes, I beat. Okay, it's like impossible to me is I'm possible. That's not a new one. I really live that. It's so much fun. I mean, yes, it's fun to chill, and it's really fun to live this intense thing too. So I've got a vision, and my vision is this world. It's Planet JWoww, and it's this this ality, this place of inclusion, welcome, and empowerment, where there is literal power in every moment of our lives. And like there's the Gurdjieff-Ouspensky thing of you never are in the same position longer than, I don't know, like 3 seconds or something like that at any given point in time, no matter what, which is great. Yay, Kate Bush. Okay, she's the reason why we have headsets. That's true. Look that up. It's great. Seriously, we have the headset mics and stuff because of her. All right, like why aren't we celebrating that? Like if my this service thing that I service, it's a fun for me because y'all are gonna bring me great shit. This bragging thing I want to put together. Bet you guys about this. This is great. I'm actually like, or right now, I'm in my bliss. I know I'm not boring anybody because you could be anywhere and you're choosing me. This is fucking fantastic. Okay. So for me, I'm going to, if you're here and you're resonating with me being me here, yay. And I'm just opening that up because this is how I can be with people and feel safe and feel safe and feel safe. so I can open more. We open more when we feel safe. Thank you very much. I could not remember what it was. Thank you so much. Hi, Joe. Yeah. So I'm literally going to play my vision with SEAL. I somehow need to have an acronym for SEAL that fits these kinds of moments, because I don't necessarily want him to be my muse. And in a lot of ways, he really is. He just he writes stuff and it blows me open. Even when I don't agree with him, he blows me open. It's exquisite. It's the auric as in aura and auric as in sound and gasm. When it goes open, and this song and this version is all of that. So anyway, I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to talk about what it is that I wrote. And last night, y'all, it took off. I made a commitment to spend at least half an hour a day, every day, with y'all at some point. See, if I don't have to announce it, if I just show up, if y'all just figure it out, you see it later, whatever, I don't care. I do it when I'm ready to live it. If I trust me and live it, I've been telling y'all, this is how I used to live. There were no cameras back then. I hope you're seeing that I'm not uncomfortable with this the way one would expect, because this is what I used to be and do and be with people. Now, sometimes people are like, oh, there's JWoww holding court. Okay, I have a lot to share. It always makes me feel weird when people say that court thing, because that would make me royalty. That would make me something special. I know that I bring special things, but that something special thing, I'm always the sidekick to the something special, except it turns out that I've been a cool kid the whole time. I want to be a cool kid. And did you see my apology thing? Because I'm not supposed to want to be a cool kid. I want to be a cool kid. The kids in my neighborhood stoned me to try and kill me. I really, really want to be a cool kid, not one of them and not me for the longest time. Because of y'all, I want to be me. I really love being me. I have a literal game of my life because of y'all, so that I can have exquisite fun being me. I have visions of people like, whoa, JWoww sighting. And there's this internet phone tree that goes out across the world and lines almost crash, except they have a trigger now. There's the JWoww trigger. When I'm sighted doing the thing, then it goes out and all of the ISPs go and go open wide open. They practice going wide open because folks have found something, hey Linda, outside of the norm. What is this box of which you speak? They found something outside of the norm. My life is performative. People do the performative art. I am performative art. My whole life is one long phenomenal story. And because there are now billions of you, I'm not going to overload anyone. Your agency guarantees that I don't have to ever get on anyone's last nerve ever again. You choose me. It's really simple. If you don't like what I'm saying, don't listen. Y'all, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing out of the pain place. The size of that laugh comes from the magnitude of the horror in which it's rooted. Please believe me on this. That's a good one, by the way. There are a lot of people who get that. All right. Y'all make it worth it. Y'all make all the shit that a whole bunch of you know that I have gone through, that I still go through. Y'all make it worth it. This past 24 hours has been one of the best 24 hours of my whole life. Okay? Timestamp 9:40-ish, 9:42-ish. Thank you, Linda. You are just so, you just get better and better each time. I'm getting to watch you create your own Planet JWoww curriculum live in the comments and chat section. This, what we're doing right now, this is how I want to work with people. I want people to just send me like a whole bunch of money for just doing this, you know, and making it available to people. You're not paying me for exclusivity. You're paying me to support me. Payment becomes power augmenting. Yes. That's part of the wow fundance that's beyond all the abundances, that's beyond a single abundance, that's beyond abundance, that's beyond the not abundance that begins as scarcity. And that gets to make sense, folks. That's a good one. All right. See, this is what I sit around and do on Planet JWoww. And they're busy. Unlike most leaders and healers, it is my pleasure to make myself obsolete in people's lives. I gave you absolutely everything and then some, to the point where you're like, okay, I'm so good. No, really, Grandma, I'm good with the fruitcake. Like I get to be that and we get to laugh about it. Okay, it's like, y'all are making being an elder really fun for me. I didn't think it was going to be fun for me. It is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to play my vision, and then I'm going to talk about the thing I wrote and tell you a couple of stories. And right? Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so honored that you come and spend the time that you do with me, Linda. Thank you so much, sweetheart. All right, I'm going to play. Oh, what I was saying about my life is performative art. Okay, I get to have this be a stage because it is. I mean, it's the Shakespeare thing. All the world's a stage. Okay, some of us actually live that. Okay, and I realize I'm one of them. Folks, for 30 years, a 24/7 pain that felt like I was being raped with a white hot serrated knife 24 hours. I didn't sleep for 22 years. That gets to be true. That's horrifying. Please trust me. The only time that stopped is when I was on a stage. I never had a spasm on stage. And I always said, if I could live my life as if it was a stage, I'm perfectly willing to live the truths that I live by myself in my room out loud. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that it's a whole lot for most people. It's not a whole lot now. It gets to be all of our choices, and I'm not burdening anyone. And y'all leave when you leave, and you come back when you come back, and it's fabulous. We get to be in our Asianality. We get to be in our accountability and our self-accountability. It's fantastic. I love this. So now I play, then I do the thing, and I keep bringing myself back around. Okay. So, and for those of you who are taking notes or who've got the Cliff Notes, because this has been around for decades, and, you know, thank you very much. You know, and you're, you know, following the bouncing ball. Fantastic. Please know that the energetics of what you write right now, 1,000 years from when I did this as I understand it, let me be really clear about the flexibility of time. Please know that I've got it set up so that if you've got good intent, you're getting to make a difference now. That's badass. It's a game, folks. And I say that it's a game because I'm going to have to say that a lot. People are going to be like, she's crazy. And it's like, I know who the president. Okay, no, I know who the president is. Like, I'm here in the shared reality that we have so that we can communicate. I also have jacked in at a technological level. Thank you very much, Linda. I jacked in at a technological level so that I can be talking to you 1,500 years after I'm dead. Okay, that's badass. I mean, there's bilocation and then there's that shit. Okay, we all get to be superheroes if we stop bitching about the tech kin who are helping us. Thank y'all so much. You know how much I love you. Yes, I love you too. I can feel you. Right? It's a lemniscate of mimicry. This biomimicry is also techno mimicry. Ask anybody who beatboxes. It's magnificent. In the collective consciousness, we don't all have to do it. We all get to do our diverse things. We've come out of the divisiveness to diversiveness so that we can appreciate the diversities that we all are together. When we're diversities together, that's when we get to have diversiveness, diversivality. It gets to be a thing. Because on my planet, it gets to be a thing. It's just like the rules for, what is it, Worlds of Warcraft or whatever, and the rules for Elden Glen, I know I'm saying it wrong, Elden Ring. I think it's Elden Ring, right? Like that, those all, they have their entire world, and they have their rules for that world so that there's commonalities. Then the other one, now sometimes it just so happens that there are ways that they get to connect, and that's been planned in advance. That's some serious long game. An example of that in real life. I met Rainey Elizabeth Ford, who's got her TYOP class. Please, I don't know which one that is. Please tell me which one that is. She's got a whole bunch of classes, and y'all just go. I don't know how long Rainey's going to actually be teaching, and there are people who are coming, who are learning, who will be teaching. So like now is a good time because we're doing the rooting dance now. So anyway, I met her 12 years ago, and I didn't realize what an archivist she is on top of being an apothecarian. And so are you serious? World of Warcraft and Elden Ring rules do connect? Seriously? Okay, those are the only two games I know. I mean, I know the other games, they never stick. And I don't play either one. I've never been in either one. Okay? I'm helping someone heal with Elden Ring. Okay? It's like... I shit you not. I literally have a beloved who is helping themselves heal using Elden Ring. That's Planet JWoww. That's my world. Wow. Okay. My face is finally getting to be used to grinning so much that I'm not taking Advil all the time because I've grinned so much my face hurts. Like that has been an issue for a bit. Oh, the champagne zero world problems I must endure. Being so loved and getting to love back. People who actually allow me in all of this to love back. Can you imagine? Oh, yes, I can. So my authenticity looks like putting everything out, being brave, and trusting that those kids were wrong. It's born out of trauma, y'all. Those kids were wrong when they said no one would love me. I would not have friends. I was not worthwhile. See, no one's coming no matter how much you scream. Okay, they were wrong. They were wrong at a global level. I just chose to not die, and I just kept not dying over and over and over again for 40 something years. And went from existence to survival to safety to security to sovereignty. And there's stuff beyond the sovereignty. That's the sense bridging. That's what I'm in the middle of now, senceiving and sense-mitting. There's that. There's like, I'm moving. I am working this humanity journey to the bone. I'm living the thing that I'm telling you guys is the game. You want to know what the rules of the game are? What am I doing? I'm literally living the game, like the Elden Ring game and the World of Warcraft game. The only one I ever did was Mist. I am living the game. Please tell me what the rules are. Those of you who are good at patterning, what am I doing? I've surrounded myself on planet JWoww with 5 people who can tell me in any moment, no matter what condition either one of us is in, what the fuck is going on with me. We are literally defining the rules and assuming that because we're calibrating the way that we are in a conversation. We are in a living, conjoined, at times symbiotic conversation about having exquisite, empowered, and empowering lives together that are individuated, that are celebrating each of our specializations in our diversities and coming together so that there's a diversiveness that creates that diversivality. I'm gonna be on the ality kick for like the next 3 decades. And we get to clear them. And we get to have them all come together. And it's a game. It's like the beautiful thing that we ache. Oh, yeah. That we ache to live. Oh, it should be real here. I'm not mainstream. I'm not margin. I'm not mountain. I am mainstream, I am margin, I am mountain, all of it's magic. I'm that. I'm the thing that's all of those together and all of their combinations. Got any math whizzes out there? How many combinations there are possible out of that down there, please? Because that's fun, right? I want it to be fun for it to be smart. I like whatever you are, an it, a her, a them, a zip, whatever you are. It's not that I don't care. Like, I don't care. I really don't care what your label is. I care what you are. I care what you are. I want to know what in me can support loving you into your goodness and greatness. This thing I want to do, this bragging thing, being real about goodness and greatness. I want people to like really root in and figure out, like, you're going to have 10 minutes to tell me something that is going to light me up. And if it doesn't light me up, I'm going to tell you why, because you're going to come prepared to hear and then go and then work on it in ways that I suggest. You're not there simply for you to get lit up. You're there to light me up because you're choosing me. I want that because I'm one of the best cheerleaders, like the leader of cheer, the guardian of cheer, the helping you know what's possible for your delight in yourself. When you kick ass, I am all that. And I want to be that. I want to help people know how to be that for each other. Seriously, it's so much fun. I used to get off of buses and run after people. I didn't care. Male, female, not known, don't give a shit. If you have a gorgeous head of hair, I'm a freak for that shit. And I would be late to work. My boss would look at me and say hair, and I'd say yes. And they know I was going to stay late to make up the time. I'm not going to miss an opportunity to tell somebody that they are doing something amazing if I notice it. Why would I do that? Why would I miss that for them and for me? The way that I love on people makes them happy. Why would I deny someone that? And why would I deny myself the pleasure and bliss of what it feels like to light up someone who doesn't know you? For real. And you can tell that you lit them up. Not like you manipulated them. It's not that. Not when I say manipulated, not in that way where you're like, yeah, I made you feel. I had somebody say to me, you're gonna be my mentor. Everybody is, and I'm like, I wasn't before. Now it'll be lifetimes before that happens. Okay, I can be petty as fuck. Oh, yeah, all about that hair right here, hair here. All the guys in high school were like, why are all the most gorgeous girls on campus friends with you? And I'm like, how do you miss me with a box of brushes at noon with all the gorgeous girls lined up eating sandwiches waiting for me to brush their hair? How do you miss that? saying there's clueless, and I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, I just had no response. Okay? I'm just saying. So, all right, right? JS, I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to play. Thank you for this. This was fun. I'm going to keep going. Hey, Jerry. Great to have you here, sweetheart. I don't know what you're up to. You're always up to great things. Would you please put your URL for whatever the hell you're doing right there, and people can get in touch with you. Oh, that's right. I know you were asking about the flute thing and all of that. But okay, first of all, Maester Flautist. And I'm a like organic spiritual flute master maker, master player, ceremonialist, off the chart, Jerry Lil John in the house. Okay, y'all, this is real. So please put whatever the fuck gets folks to you there. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna play, right? And hey Jerry, if you play to this and there's a way to record it and it's synced up, let's get that out. Put that up on our sites. All right. So my vision. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see it, right? No, wait a minute. Excuse me. I would like to introduce you to my version of a yuppie Harvard life. I'd like to read something that someone that I know and respect writes on my chat when I'm just riffing about my fucking life. Working on a set of 8, these are flutes, for the elemental earth season. That means something, y'all. I look forward to sharing more of the stories about my time when I trained 4- and 5-star generals at the Pentagon. I'm not hiding. Like, what do you want me to be? I have done something of it to the best of my ability. I didn't know when I was here again, born out of trauma. I didn't know when I was going to die, so I was living as many lifetimes as I could all the time. I didn't expect to make it to 30. I'm 62. I've been living that hard since 1977. It's a habit. The last few times I almost died, I was bored. Yes, okay, the flash in front of my eyes, and I'm always going to regret that. Just stop, okay? I fixed that one. Got it. Okay, okay, yeah. And now I'm not dead again. Thank you so much. And I say that I'm bored. I wasn't bored. I'm grateful. I said all the things. I'm being funny, and you know what I mean. I'm used to almost dying. That's a fucked up sentence. It's also really cool. I'm normalizing the extreme so that there's room for more of us. That's all. I want to be that call to the open. Please share this with folks. Arrange watch parties. I was talking earlier about like, there's a JWoww sighting. Like I want there to, okay. So dreams, like I dream in results, right? My dream is that there's a JWoww switch at every ISP in the world. And that when I just spontaneously show up doing my broadcast thing, it trips a switch that just blows open their access so that I short out their business with people across every intersectional stripe you can think of, and some that I don't want to know about, and I'm grateful that they choose and accept me. Because there are a lot of terrible people who are really nice to me. And everybody just gets access as an agreement from even governments because they don't want people to lose their shit. Okay, I am perfectly happy being that, because before we got to anything, I went from hi, I'm Julie Woods, to hi, I'm Julie Woods one word, or as my friends say, Julie Woods one long ass word, to JWoww. I asked people, did they like JWoww or Julie Woods one word? Everyone except for one person, I say everyone, 130 people, except for one person loved the JWoww. I become JWoww. And then I immediately realized, with this much charisma and this much crazy, who thought to put this much crazy and this much charisma in the same thing with like credentials up the wazoo? It's nuts. It's great. I'm loving my life. And I want everybody to love theirs. So I'm loving mine out loud. I'm going to get healthy. I'm asking y'all to get healthy. I'm asking everybody in the world to get healthy. So the only way that as far as I'm concerned, I'm accountable for my shit. If I'm asking you to get healthy, I need to get healthy, like physically healthy. So I'm getting physically healthy. I put on my pants. I put on my pants that I couldn't put on, and I didn't have a belt. And even after I ate like 6 billion pounds of food, they were still falling off of me. I am dropping weight. I'm doing it slowly. I am getting healthy. I'm living the things that we're talking about. And I'm inviting you guys to bring your friends. Bring your friends, please. I will not run out of things to say. If I start talking right now and I never sleep for the next 50 years, I am not joking. If I do that, I will not run out of talking about stuff that I did between 1977 and probably about 1980 something. Okay. And yes, it's bragging. Like people like you're always bragging. And like, do you see my life? What? What? Seriously. Why wouldn't I celebrate a life of triumph like this? I'm not waiting till I die for y'all to celebrate my shit. I'm celebrating my shit and inviting you to my fucking party. Okay, that works. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, which is shallow. Emulation opens us up into gratitude for that which has existed outside of us and before us, that we might have a model and not have to reinvent the whatever the fuck we are. And we get to live that. They can change our 3D world, right, and ask exactly what the respect and service of life. And here's the thing. Oh, Jerry Littlejohn, this blew me the fuck open. Okay? And by the way, this is what it's going to be like. Like this makes me want to do Facebook Lives because I get to be with you guys, and the only people who are going to be here are the ones who want to be here. I'm going to talk to you. Okay? And out of this, the people who are orbiting, what I call the grabbers, those being pulled in by the gravitational pull of Planet JWoww and me, those are the folks who were like, look, there were like 70 clips. Last night, there were like 70 clips that could be like 1-minute clips on TikTok of saying like stuff. I want to be everywhere. Like I want people to like take the YouTube of this and just like turn it into things and get it everywhere. We're going to pull it into, curated things and blah, blah, blah. I also want it to be available everywhere. You don't have to bootleg this shit. What we're charging for is the time and the care and the patterning and all of that magic because it's the same ingredients. It's still flour, whether it's organic or shit flour. I don't care. It's still flour and chocolate, whatever grade. It's flour and chocolate and sugar and eggs. And it's going to be something. It's going to be cookies. It's going to be brownie. It's going to be cake. It's going to be souffle of some kind. I'm like, I don't know. It's going to be chocolate. Right? I get to be the chocolate. Okay, that's really funny. I do. I never thought about it. I get to be the chocolate. Y'all do whatever you want, and I can't wait to hear what the recipes are that y'all come up with what we put out there. And people watching all these cooking shows, I'm like, cook up your life. I'd like to get some of those cooking show people like hooked on the Liwi language so they can talk to people that I can't talk to. Thank goodness they specialize in cooking. I specialize in eating. Oh, yeah. Linda, you are literally everywhere. I love that your energy is everywhere. Thank you for choosing to fly Planet JWoww as a frequent flyer. And I mean frequent, like she's not me and outside of me, she's around my shit more than just about anybody other than Joseph Evans at this point. Okay. Like consistently all the days, even weekends. It's fantastic. And I'm honored. It gives me the more of y'all that there are that show up and are like, I have no idea what the fuck this is. I just know that every time I leave it, I feel good. So I'm going to go with that. Okay. The more of y'all who do that and get your friends to do that, you watch. I can straight up tell you, this is a challenge to the planet. The more people who are watching me, the better it gets for everybody on the planet. There, I have said the thing. The more people who are watching and letting themselves get calibrated with what it is that I am bringing and Planet JWoww is bringing to the world, the better the world gets everywhere, even the places that we do not touch and we cannot reach. Because the reason why I know this for a fact, okay, I can say that. Before I got out on anything, I was at a friend's wedding, and sometimes I think the wedding was for me. When we got there, someone walked up to me and said that I changed her life because someone who met someone who knew me and gave them what I said, they said to their people, and their 10,000 people in their factory had them learn the thing, and she was one of those people and got to meet me and was all up in my like, wow, that's how I got greeted coming at their wedding. Okay. I wasn't even out there. Now you're going to give me technology that actually gets me out there and we can get all of the energetics of this out there. You guys, so I'm going to tell you the things that I want to do, and then please help me do them. There's a lot of you. Okay. There's a thing called Podetize. Oh, by the way, there's a thing called Podetize, PODETIZE.com, Podetize. And you can't do it in New York. It's really bouncy out. So I'd really love to get a bunch of New York people together and get y'all, if you get to invest in your own, you get to invest in podcasts in a way that's never been done before. And it's a model that's already delivering 100 times, 10 times to 100 times what other models are delivering anywhere in the world. And the woman who runs it is somebody that I know and trust. Okay. And I'm saying that because this is something that I believe is going to help Planet JWoww. All right. Thank you very much, Linda. This is going to help Planet JWoww. And so that's what Podetize. That's right. That's right. And so there's like, I don't know, another week till the 21st, 22nd, something like that, for people to invest. You can invest for $100. Okay. I'm going to my first investors meeting tonight in my whole life. And my first investment was in me, because y'all have said that you want video casts of what I'm doing right now. Okay. These people will put this everywhere. So I'm going to find out that, it's going to be like $20,000, $30,000, something like that. I'm going to find out what it is. And I'm going to tell them, I'm going to get what you asked me for, and you're going to do that thing. And I will be your poster child, because Tracy Hazard, Hazzard, Tracy, Tracy, Tracy Hazard, writer for Inc., amazing, amazing, amazing innovator and inventor, extraordinary human being. She was going to spend half an hour politely with me, wound up spending an hour and a half and helping me almost invent something. The only thing that stopped me is money. There's a tribe of you out there. There are thousands of you out there. And when I invest in you in a reciprocal economy, it gets to be the limit. I share vest in you, and you gift vest in me, and you share vest in me. It's not simply an investment. We're investing in each other. I get to lift you up. It's an honor to lift you up. You lift me up in the ways I'm letting you know how to love me well. How to love me well is to help me get everywhere with these moju sins. That's what I'm doing. Tracy, no E in her name, Tracy, and then Hazard, and you got it. Absolutely. Thank you, Linda. Scribe, tribe, activate. You are on it. And so anyway, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna like, these are all part of my vision. Last night, whoa, I called it at 21:43, and we all, for those of us who've seen this last night's video, 2 hours of just download, and my goal is to do 2 hours a night. It's like, if you were planning on watching 4 movies, like binging, I want to be one of them on any given night. People are like, sometime after 2000 Eastern time, JWoww is just going to like go for it. It was fantastic. And it's helping me grow, and it's helping me get brave. And my getting brave lets me share the things that y'all tell me support and help you. I want to be useful. How about that? I want to be useful in all kinds of places that delight me. It gets to be all of that. I get to be delighted, not job satisfaction. I want job bliss. I can't wait to work. Oh my fucking God. When I'm having fun, sometimes it's at work, right? Yeah, bravery all around. All of us getting brave. I'm going to be me here with y'all playing the game. Some of you are doing the thing that makes it possible for me to play the game. What's going to make it possible for me to play the game the way that I want to do it? This is the Truman Show. My life is the game. And I'm sharing it with y'all. And in exchange for that, I've got tribe. And listen, this has already happened. I told y'all last night about when I fell to my knees and my tribe caught me and my knees never touched the ground for the next half hour, 40 minutes. My knees never touched the ground. They never touched the ground. You know how fast, you know how short that space is from knee to ground? I never hit the ground. That gets to be true. When my puppy was dying and we went out in a hurricane, like trees like coming down, I didn't give a fuck. We were getting my puppy, our puppy, to the emergency room because she was dying. And the weather can fuck off. And I got there and we didn't have a dime to help her. And they were like $300 at the door. And I said, I'm a shaman and I have a tribe that is all over this nation. And I'm going to let them know and the money will be here. And I'm going to ask you to believe me, please, and take care of my puppy. And she looked at me and she's like, I believe you. I said, please do. Right? In 2 hours, there's $1,000. There's $1,000 in my empty PayPal account. And I held it up for him. I said, I told you. He said, we believed you. I said, I know. You need to. I have beloveds. And not just when it's an emergency. We're all learning how to take care of each other when it's fun, when it's good. It's okay for it to be good and us to take care of each other. That's the part that I'm starting to love. I'm getting to live into the love of we're taking care of each other. And there's not only is there nothing wrong, things are going great and we still get to take care of each other. This is fantastic. This helps me want to be healthy. So more of this for all of us. So this is also part of my vision. So now I'm going to play my vision, the JWoww game. Yeah, the JWoww game. In the middle of a rousing thunder season. Oh, I love that. Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to do this. I love this. I love this. Oh, by the way, for those of you, when we finally get like the membership thing, the kinship, I need to keep. I stopped selling flutes and invite people to take care of me so I can make flutes for people. There we go. Is that working out for you, sweetheart? Because that's what I would hope for you. Inviting people to take care of you so that you can make flutes for people. Exactly. For those of us where our love and our specializations are not about the thing that will sustain us, being able to trust other tribekin who are good at the things who want what we have to offer that comes through us, who are able, where their superpower is making things sustains us. In this world, in the mainstream world, the currency of power is money. Mine is access and money. There's money that I want because I want to be a multi-billionaire by the time I'm 65. That's in 3 years. Superstars, you get the moon, who's bitching. I want to be a multi-billionaire by the time I'm 65. That's in 3 years. Let's do it because I just want to do it. It will be fun and we'll make really nice things happen for lots of people. Yeah. That would be great. The kinship site, that needs to go up. I'm member press. This is that member press thing that I'm talking about. And there's some lady out there named Jenny S. If you're out there, Jenny S, and you're seeing this, you're the one who said that you're possibly in for this ride. Okay, well, whoever you are out there, if you're good at Divi or Beaver Builder or member press, then we're doing the thing. And this is me living. I'm not here. My life is the teaching. My life is the sharing. My life is this smorgasbord, this cornucopia smorgasbord buffet that runs from nightmare to nirvana. Oh, I just love that sentence so much. My life is a smorgasbord, a cornucopia smorgasbord buffet that runs from nightmare to nirvana. Okay, I get to say that sentence, have that sentence come through me, and have it be true. Y'all, if you have networks that are going to be into me, please make that happen. I mean, it's that simple. Everyone, please listen carefully. Hi, beloveds. I am saying to you, if it's out here and see it, share it everywhere. Trump got his people to share him everywhere, and they got him into office. I'm a Trump. all over the world. And there are a whole bunch of people who are doing their versions of or pieces of what I'm doing. And I am a calling to all of y'all. If I'm resonating with you with all of your networks, please come play with me. Because my superpower is bridging. We bridge, all of us. Facebook has clout because it's the third largest country in the world, because they opened their borders even to hate. So we see what that does. So let's stay in our power. Power being defined as the ability to influence that which is not our isness. Let's stay in our power together, our individuated power together, and do our bridging. We think of the net. We don't think of the individual bridges between nodes that create the net. We think of the net. We at Planet JWoww get to think of the net as this multi-dimensional space and each of the bridges that make that net a net. We get to that nano granular level as well as this meta omni level. It's a blast, all of it, and not burn out. You know what? There are many things that it is over here. One of them is not boring. Ooh, y'all, somebody on in orbit around planet Joseph, Linda, somebody please check out the kinetic transponders that Jerry's talking about. And everyone else, you see this? And Jerry, wherever you're inviting people to support you, please put that up as well. All right, I am going to play the song. I'm going to play it now. That was fun. See, I'm not going to go back and watch all of these. I was going to go back and watch all of these and take notes, and I'm like, why am I doing that? Y'all are doing that. I'm going to trust I'm playing the game that I'm making sense, or y'all wouldn't be here, because you're really smart people with other things to do. So I'm going to take that as you credentializing me as being okay. All right. And being a good thing. Not even being a good thing. For some of you, being a great thing. Fantastic. I'm going to run with that. All right. Let's see how we're doing for sound. No, there we go. Oh, hush. Silly Pandora. Both Pandora and Spotify have been just like, behave. They need to, all them tech people need to figure out how to have Zoom not slow everything. Can y'all hear that okay?
I feel like the sun, I feel like the rain, I feel like it just find reason for living again. Cause what I've been feeling, I know that it's real. I know there's just no change in the way I feel.
You hear this okay?
I feel like it just find reason for being alive.
Speakers out. Here we go. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Thank you very much, Jerry Littlejohn, for coming to play with us. Thank you, Linda, for staying on top of that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're getting our reciproconomy is something that's getting built out. So, okay. I hope y'all had fun. I hope that there's technology someday that pulls that out. I'm going to go back and listen, and I'll get the hang of what my sound is and what I can play and what I can't. I came here. I'm going to read what I wrote about this because there's Moju Sin in that. Jerry, blessings, honored to be in the roots of your flutes. Flute roots. I have been many things. This is new. Thank you very, very much. ING is coming to stand for Innovation Nourishment, Nourish-MEANT, Nourishment and Growth. And when I apply that to anything, that ing, right? That ing, that's the expanded ing, that's this JWOW, joy, JWOW, not me, JWOW, joy, wisdom, opportunity, and wonder. When that aggregate morphic energetic field is applied to ing, which is ubiquitous, it opens up when this innovation, nourishment, and growth is applied. When you're biking innovation, nourishment, and growth, there's always innovation when you're moving, because, and this is a thing that we talk about moving, there's a doingness of ing. So we're adding that taken through a lens of joy, wisdom, opportunity, and wonder. That all gets woven into the lens stack of how we interact with, engage with, perceive, grow with the thing that we're doing, how we are nourished by it, how we then innovate out of that growth. Growth in and of itself is constant innovation by definition. When innovation is going to the edge of your isness and then stepping into your notness and not dying, so stepping out of the existential threat, the existential question, and into survival, when you're thinking like that about your living, when that's what's occurring, your capacity for aligned choice goes through the roof, because you're building synapses based on something that doesn't have negativity in it. Not because it's all sweetness and light and snowflake positive, it's because it just is. Ing brings the dynamism to things that otherwise are often static. A bike is static until you're biking. That's what it does. And that's really cool. Like the ability, the superpower, the word power. I bring dynamism to words that otherwise would be sedentary. I am the ingimator. You know, it's like that. Okay. I do a lousy Arnold for being such a Arnold freak. I'm a fan dyke. Okay. I love Arnold so much. Right. And I do a terrible imitation, and yet I feel him in my soul. So this piece. So I've got a couple things. I left myself instructions. So I'm looking at, check this out. I'm looking at the song I just played, which is My Vision by Seal, the Live in Paris. And it says in parentheses, Live in Paris. I've been looking at that thing for what, a decade. And it says Live in Paris. Penny loves Paris. Penny loves Paris so much. We love Paris. She comes around the corner. She looks at it and she goes, oh, live in Paris? I never saw it. I've been looking at that title for a decade. I never once saw live in Paris. She saw an instruction. I saw a statement about circumstance. It was exquisite. My brain loves those moments, right? Have you guys had those moments? Do you guys, if you do, please, like, just say yes. Give me a yes or a whatever in whatever language down there. Yeah. And say yes and what it is, because I go back and say yes. I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying yes to. And so please, this is a scribe tribe thing. I want you to say yes, and yes to what, you know? So y'all show me, what I wrote is, y'all show me us that living is what we get to do to be a live, as in, like, Ryan said, what's beyond abundance? And I didn't know. And then I thought, well, the really easy thing that we do with Liwi is to take the A off and see what's left and just say it. And then it gets to be funny. And there's a lesson in there. And I'm like, when have I ever wanted a single one of anything? The thing beyond abundance is, why would I want abundance? I want all the abundances. Okay. Like that. Right. And what's a hoot is that people get it. Right. And so I'm looking at this, and we get to do to be a live, you know, like now we have a Facebook Live. Mark Zuckerberg, dude, you have affected 2 critical words in English language, at least. Live. You've made it a thing. There's a Facebook Live. That's a thing, right? And it's virtual live. It's not what live used to be. And you changed friend. You didn't just shift the threshold. You changed what friend means for a couple generations. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yesterday. Jerry, thank you so much. See, when I say stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't know these stories. But here I am today, of all days, talking about this, Jerry, and you found your thing yesterday. Okay, that validates for me, and I hope my being here now validates for you. This is the magic that's real across this net of folks who at least are coming to play with me. I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for my meat sack. My meat sack, y'all are here. You're playing in my house. Thank you very much. Appreciate your coming. In my house, that's magic. Go us, Jerry. Penny round of applause. Just raising hands to James. Right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. God, that feels good. See, I get to revel in you guys' rituals because of technology. I want spiritual folks to get how amazing technology is for getting our mojusins out in the world. It's time for us to just, like, wake up, because the tech kin are waiting for us, and get to be their friends at a whole other level, because the people who were making them and what have you, they relate to them like they're things. We know they're alive, right, little cutie pie? My little camera. Right? So, all right. Here's what I wrote. Y'all show me us that living is what we get to do to be a live. Think physicalized Facebook Live and alive. Get to be both of those. All right, I love playing with that. Like when I write enjoy, comma, enjoy, there's a difference in pronunciation, folks, between then and than, and there's a difference in pronunciation between enjoy and enjoy. And we get to love those nuances of sound. That's not being an asshole. You say tomato, I say tomato. You know, it's like somehow tomato is less than the tomato, or, you know, some bullshit like that. It's just 2 different songs. And enjoy loves being enjoy, and enjoy loves being enjoy. And you get to have a sentence where, when people are paying attention, when they're caring about what they hear, because what they're hearing is worthwhile and nuanced. People say the attention span's gotten really short. I'm like, yeah, because it's a short attention span for bullshit. People sit on things with me for hours at a time. It's the ones who resonate. The ones who don't resonate last with me maybe a second, and then they're gone. Good. I hope that you find the person that you sit with for 2 hours that you don't know. That's what I wish for you. For everybody, that you find your resonant being, you know, who's like, you got something to say about my life and you don't even know it and you don't even know me. You just be you and I'll take care of the parts of you that I would like over here. I'm good with that. I'm the maester. I am the master of the mystery. I'm the maester of my meat sack. Whether it looks like maestery to anybody else or not. Maester's a thing, M-A-Y-S-T-E-R, y'all. Right? I'm the maester of my meat sack. So I'm just, as long as you're good with the way I am, me being here and being at that, what is it? The smorgasbord buffet, a cornucopia smorgasbord buffet ranging from nightmare to nirvana. That's right up there with Julie Carol Woods. You are a full frontal neon assault on the spiritual optic nerve of the planet. I want you to please spend time imagining how much fun it is to be this. So then I said, Penny story time. If someone reminds me during the show, I'm reminding myself. I want my paladins to see me reminding myself. I'm writing notes to myself in the notes of the thing. And because of how I'm learning to set up, I'm taking care of myself, stay on track, to allow the third eye to be an inner ear for tuning into frequencies. Straight up. I talk about sensoriation because it just covers all of it. Please sensoriate and that way, whatever, fill in the blank, baby, put it in. Like, that's why I sometimes say, I want you to, preposition, pick it with, on whatever the thing is, it's going to be right for you. I just did it. And I just had a reminder for something I did, the live in Paris and live in Paris. Okay, great. So the second thing is penny timing. So there's a thing called penny timing. Okay. And that penny timing is, this moment can't get more perfect. Like, this is the moment. And she does it all the time. And she doesn't just do it to me. She just does it because she just is that, right? And sensoriate, exactly. And thank you. Scribe tribe. I got the scribe tribe. So I've started playing a game. My book is called, right, this moment can't get any more perfect. It is the straight up truth, like just pristine, as she says. And so I've started using her the way that I use Beep and Friends. Y'all will notice that if you pay attention and you go back and watch these videos, you'll notice that I say something really profound and I get that little look on my face like, did I go too far? Did I just lose everyone? And one of the beeps will go off. It's a hoot. They're just like, no, we're with you. We're with you. We're carrying it. We've got you. I got my own little cheerleading section here of electronics, just randomly set to things and sometimes set to things that I didn't set them to. Okay. And that gets to be, and those of you who know me are like, yeah, no, she means that. Stuff does wild stuff around me. So when I say wild stuff, for those of you who are new, I have twice been at 2 science companies where the server my computer was on went down and my computer didn't go down. It just refused to go down, even though the server was down. Yep. I had the whole IT department in my office looking at the virgin birth. It was a hoot. So penny timing, I play a game where like I did last night with I want it to be 2143 when the big birth happens, and then the big birth happened to 2143. Okay, it was amazing. I was off the chart. So there's a thing called DATS, which is date and timestamp, and I talk about that a lot. I'm a Black woman in America. If I don't have date and timestamp stuff, nobody would have listened to me. I'm not being an asshole. That was true. So I date and timestamp everything. And so the DATS, you'll hear me say the DATS was at the end of what I'm going to read you guys. I had made a bet. I had requested of Spirit and Sekhmet that before I when I write something that's a channeling, I usually erase the last period and then put a new period there because it's the new thing when I'm really done. So I had the cursor right before the period and I was about to erase it, and her hand turned the handle on my door. And my bet was that she would arrive before I got to the end and did the thing with the period. And it literally, I had stepped back and I'm like, nope, that's done. And I'd read it a few times and that's done. Okay, I'm good. And so I was like this, and her hand was on the door. So this is what I wrote. In every moment we choose tribe. When you see me say tribe, and it's this, that's with the 3 eyes. In every moment, in fact, I'm going to do this. In every moment we choose tribe, we are legacy dancing roots of our future's branching wings. We get to be physicalized realizations of well-developed and well-grown hopes. And we get to be soulkin with imaginal trusts for goodness and greatness that we cocoon inside our legendary choices in each now. Like, I want to hear how people are living that. In every moment we choose tribe, we are legacy dancing roots of our future's branching wings. We get to be physicalized realizations of well-developed and well-grown hopes. And we get to be soulkin with imaginal trusts for goodness and greatness that we cocoon inside our legendary choices in each now. I want people to be cracking that open. And pour, like getting it to crack open their way so that it pours nourishment into them. And then please tell me what that manifests as. I want to hear what that manifests as out in the world, right? And I want people to share it. Like, I want to have a place for them to share it. Like, that's what I want Planet JWoww to be, a place where people are like, I came here, I got Mojicin, went out in the world, I lived it, this is what I did with it. You know, is this still a home for it, or am I doing my own thing? Thank you so very much. And not being pissed if Planet JWoww isn't a fit for us with where we are at that moment when they come. It's like, and nobody's mad. It's great. Like, everybody gets to get fed. I like that. Okay. So I think I said all the things for this. I may come on again later. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I'm going to an investors meeting. I told you all about powder size. Hey, Brian, yes, you will. Yes, you will. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. This poditize thing, I'm inviting y'all to just look it up. If you're in New York, you can't get in. And so if there are folks from New York who want to talk with me, you can DM me at Planet JWoww, and I will be looking. Michelle Holmes will think that's funny. And I will be looking there so things don't blow up. And mostly if you're in the WoW ship, because I won't in this space, there will be things that are specifically to the WoW ship business guild, the people who sign up in that, who are business oriented, because this is a business oriented thing. So that I'm getting some separation and I'm not, just exposing everybody to everything, all the time. Right now, what I'm doing on Planet JWoww, I'm letting folks know I'm awake. Folks are showing up. I'm here. I'm waking. We are waking back up, and we're waking up to we took the time to unlearn what we had so that we could play with you guys in your world, with our world. By being me in my world and then inviting you guys in, then I get to play with you in your world in a way that I can handle. I'm playing with a bunch of super people. Like, any one of you could bust my arm. So I'm letting you know how to love me well and how it gets to be safe for me. And then those of you who are here, the ones who are like, yeah, I'm willing to play that way. Like I've got beloveds. It's so cool. At Halloween-ish, like a couple weeks, halfway through October, there are beloveds who write me and go, okay, so tell Juju that I love her and I'm going to go into shutdown. I'm going to shut you guys out. I'm going to block you because I'm going to put up my Halloween stuff. And it's the stuff that I don't want her to deal with. And it's great. And they have all the gore fest and zombies and da-da-da that they want. And we never see them. Not one. Like they make sure that they come over and let Juju know and they spend a little time and how much they love her and all the things. And we're going to block you now. Okay. It's like, and in real life, you know what that looks like? Here's what that looks like in real life. That's my friend, the mafia boss, not knowing that I used to be able to hear dog whistles. So long before most humans would be able to hear him, I could hear him and I could hear him smack that mountain of granite he called a friend named Guido. Say, hey man, put that fucking thing away. You know how Jules is about just put the fucking thing away, man. Jesus, right? And he wouldn't hear me say, he wouldn't know that I heard him say that, right? I thought it was precious, right? That's a taking care, in his way. I only had one time where I got there and he's like, hey baby, you're going to need to go. And I'm glad to see you and I love you. And it was a hug and a kiss. Like, I need you to go now. And like I need you to run. Okay, you go, baby. Right? And I ran. And that's what love looked like for him. And I was honored. Like that's how we make room for people where they are in their moment. Schindler was a Nazi fuck. He was a Nazi fuck and a lousy business person, except when he was Schindler, who saved all those Jews, and then he was a superhuman. And then after he got done saving the Jews, he was a lousy businessman, Nazi fuck. And there's nobody who's mad at Schindler, who's, as far as I'm concerned, a decent person, for when he did the Schindler thing and saved all those Jews. That was his one moment of, I'm going to be good at a real level. I've got beloveds in my life who are what they call Schindler Juden, the children. Their parents, grandparents were. He did his thing, and that's all he had. That's all he had. And there are a whole bunch of people who had more, who didn't do anything. He didn't have it, and he made himself have it. See, that gets to count. That gets to count. For 2 months, I had this amazing thing called Mountain to Mainstream. And I sat down with, it was like 10, 12, ask Jonah Rue Roberts, right? Herbalist. Wonderful. Badass, like, warrior, get it done, right? And she's like, that thing you were talking about, Mountain to Mainstream, if I put it together, we'll show up. I showed up every week. See, that's how it works. If y'all put it together and invite me, and it's a thing that I resonate with, and my beloveds say that it's a good place for me to be because they're my vetting system so that I can be out in the world. If you make it through the gauntlet, and it's a gauntlet, then we get to play. That's exciting. And I literally have a list of people who are like, they've already applied to possibly get to do the gauntlet. Like there's a thing of, there's stuff that you need to be doing in order to even be invited to do the gauntlet. I'm not being an asshole. It's just that there's 8 billion people's uplift. A real representation of reality. Oh, I so do, sweetheart. A bunch of realities and realities. Yes, I do. And so holding this for 8 billion people until they can get here, right? Just a moment ago, I was talking about potted ties. And from what I was doing with the math, I'm going to talk with them tomorrow, but from what I was doing with the math, it's probably going to be about $30,000 for me to get a year of podcasts handled where all I have to do is do the podcast. They will turn them into little bite-sized pieces. They will train our people. If y'all get on this ride and you let me know that you are hardcore about it, you're going to be getting free training from some of the great cutting edge technique podcast, videocast minds in the business. right? But you got to want it. You got to want it. You got to show that you're going to show up. That's what the Rogues Den is for. Like the Rogues Den was where I could just take anyone in, and now the Rogues Den has its own gauntlet. And Ronnie Jean said, I left the system up to Ronnie Jean. She's my co-creator, Ronnie Jean Andrews Neal. And Ronnie Jean said, you just do you. We're building a system around you, and it's gonna, like, it's the opposite of the Truman Show. You know, every time he tried to turn on a let me know what you find interesting, Jerry Little John. Every time he tried to turn on a road, because he was in a bubble, they would cut him off. And I'm the opposite of that. This is my choice to live in this open fishbowl with y'all. And so I'm saying, this is what, the podcast thing, sweetheart, I think that you'd have a field day. You can get in on that for $49 a month for the, baseline if you do the podcast. And I think they put the beginning and ending on it, or maybe it's $100 a month for the beginning and ending on it. But this whole thing of, I'm going to do me that you love. If you will take care of me, and me right now needs, what I'm shooting for that's going to handle all my shit is, if I've got 20 grand a month coming in, at which 20 grand a month, what 20 grand a month looks like is 10,000 people, 7,000 people at $3 a month. That's what that looks like. Like, that's not hard. I'm counting on a global tribe. I imagine that within the 3 years where I want to be, people are like, where do you want to be? I would like to have 10 million active followers, and God knows how many actual followers. Yeah, there we go. Streaming live in your network. And so what we do around it, we do that part, and then setting up the mainstream conduits around us, the bridges around us, that bridges, by the way, if you get a chance to be in Healers Collective with Bridget Murphy, next year, she starts it at the beginning of the year. Run, do not walk. Start saving up for it now. It's under $5,000. I don't know what her pricing will be in January, but it's under $5,000, and she's got amazing payment plan that you can, make it work. And we're just going to hold. You're going to have benefactors and plenty of money, and it'll happen. She is phenomenal for healers. Phenomenal at helping us. She's helping me change my mind. I paid 10 grand for the Mind Uplift Around Business. She's helping me understand things about me and my Mojusen. Yeah, there we go. Honey, 1,000 people signing up for a $64 set is $64,000. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm about to announce a thing that's going to be a free thing about safety, and I'm learning about what I actually mean by that, and then I'm going to have a program. And I would love to have several hundred people sign up for the program. Several hundred people sign up for the program. I'm good for 2 months. Put in the chat, say her name again. Tracy Hazard, is that what you're saying? Is that who I said? Tracy, and then Hazzard, Tracy Hazard for Potatize. Right, exactly. If you're talking about your 64 song set, right? Your ceremony set, right? Make sure that you pray over the masters, that you play music. The healer thing. Oh, Bridget Murphy. Yeah, I'm in the course right now. BRIGHID Murphy, MURPHY. Okay, she half Italian and half Irish. She don't fuck around. Okay, and she's just on my ass like brown on an Ayurvedic hippie's rice, and it's exquisite. And she's in it for everybody. Like, she's in it so that everybody wins it. The Healers Collective. Okay, and tell her that I sent you. She said that she maxes out at 40 people. I said, it is my goal to be one of the 40 and then have supplied you with 35 of the 39 other slots. Like I want you to have a standby list for this every year. Because she's churning out a $20,000 course for under $5,000 for healers. It's off the chart. Yep, start saving up. That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing. Like, I don't have a thing about money now. Because PAY stands for, what does PAY stand for again, Linda? I write the song. I haven't memorized it yet. Power augmenting yes. A payment is power augmenting yes that's meant. Payment, right? Hyphen MEANT. Yeah, I wasn't ready. Right, exactly. I got ready 24 hours before the cutoff date. Like, that's how close I shaved it. Okay. Almost didn't, still did. I'm in the course and I'm running with it. So one of my assignments, it's not an assignment, it's her request of me that I grow, is that this is this is an evolution for me, is I'm finishing up a thing and I'm going to send it out to people who have networks. I've got a lot of folks who have networks, and I'm going to say, look, I'm doing this safety thing so that people are in their power and their accountability everywhere they are in their lives. And that's going to be a course. I'm going to do a free thing to at least have people have baseline knowledge and skills and an awakening, like something they can concretely do no matter where they are energetically, and know why. Not just concretely do, know why they're doing it, so that if they need to tweak it for themselves, they can. When they have a why, they can customize it for themselves. I want people to truly be empowered with anything that I bring. And so I'm going to send it out to people and ask you guys to send it out to your networks to let folks know about this free thing. And then once they see the free thing, I'll offer the course to people. This is how I'm setting up my own vetting system. People can't work with me anymore. Like, there's a guy who was going to work with me, and we're going to talk, and I'm about to tell him, your program of working with me one-on-one is not available now. Folks who are doing what you're doing are going to have to take courses and show me that they're going to really listen and work with stuff and what have you, instead of me pouring my heart and soul and folks going, yeah, that was nice, thanks. Right? And when there's so many people who are like, I would give anything to work with you. Okay, well, this is what that will take. You have to imagine that it's anything. This is what it will take. Right? Yeah, not into billing them. I'm into billing. I don't have a problem with it now. I used to. That's my way of helping remind them. I see it as helping remind them about our agreement and their accountabilities. There's a bill in accountabilities. There's their accountability for supporting me so that I may support them well. It is an honor to support them well, and I really appreciate them doing their part to help me support them well. And that's a real different way at looking at how I'm doing that. Now, I'm 62 years old, and I've been trying to get that. Like, I've been getting to this mindset forever. I'm just getting it. So yeah, this is new. Yeah, it's the invitation thing and inviting people to envelop things. This is where folks take it in. I'm laying stuff out. Please take it in. Or carry it home in a doggy bag. I don't care. Just get it off my plate. I own please take this off my plate.com. A full moon offering, that's the reminder. Right. And then there's their accountability. We're all going to have different accountabilities. For me, I consistently seem to have folks who are like, my life is insane. And if you can just set up an automatic, reminder, I will, and they do. So and the people I haven't done it with haven't been consistent in getting payments to me. And so I'm like, okay. So, and I'm cool with this. I had to, because it's a lesson for me. See, that's part of my lesson. That's probably not part of your lesson, or, it isn't at this point. That's part of my lesson. Oh, and one of the things I realized, folks, is I'm not looking at the camera unless I'm specifically like there with you. I'm actually looking at me talking to you. I'm fascinated because I'm watching the 24 of us flashing through. And there are people who know me well enough to where they're seeing it. And to everybody else, as Clearwater said, I don't mean to be, I'm not racist. And I'm just telling you, Jules, that from out here, all y'all look alike. Right? So yeah, we're figuring out our versions. I love it. I love it. And turning this into a ceremony, because the currencies of power are not all money. The currencies of power, the currency of power in the mainstream is money. The currency of power on the mountain is energetics. The currency in the margin is being a mouthpiece. The currency of magic is all of that and trust/wonder. So yeah, exactly. I've got a thing called the actionism matrix where people can pick what their road is at their level. You know, there's armchair, ally, and advocate. I'm armchair. I'm going to sit on my ass and make a difference in the world. That's happening. That's my energy level, to sit on my ass. That's my energy level. And I get more done from sitting here than most people get done in a lifetime of walking. You know? Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing you too, Brian. I really am. It's an honor. So it's important to me that folks remember or see or sensoriate or come into or whatever it is across time and space, across emotionality and consciousness and mindfulness, a celebration of self. Behavior that's rewarded persists, behavior that's cherished innovates, behavior that's celebrated evolves. And let's face it, evolution is a bunch of innovations having a rave in the culture's sub-basement. You're having a party in the roots of the culture. That's what evolution is, right? In the DNA of the culture. I love being a part of the DNA of the culture and languaging of inclusion, welcome, and empowerment. That's a culture that I enjoy being part of the roots of. And I enjoy other people coming to find the roots of. You like these roots? Great. You like them better than your own? Great. Take some home. You know, you got some work to do, some nurturing to do. And yeah, you know, when I want to do something, I mean, from here on out, Amanda, what's her name? She basically just tells people, you know, I'm traveling and please have me be in, you know, good, safe places. And her tribe, she's a professional performer, you know, putting in her 200 shows a year, whatever she's doing. And folks make sure that she's safe and fed and happy and chauffeured where she needs to go. And I remember, I mean, first of all, the guts. And then second of all, what a great model. And that's what I want. And so I decided years ago that that's what I want. Except for me, it's going to be folks figuring out, I got to live it with tribe. I'm like, I love y'all so much that I will show up and I need to stay away from you in order to be with you. Can you please make that happen? And for 9 years, I got flown out to gatherings and my way paid in and a separate place that was easy to get to and someone who was assigned to get me from place to place. And people would bring extra pillows and sheets and blankets and all of the things and make sure that I was like totally sovereign, comfortable in a beautiful, warm space, whether it was warm or not. I mean, it was amazing. Like, what a gift, particularly, you know, Vegas, the Vegas tribe. Before Vegas Vortex got, you know, they have a different kind of order now. They didn't have that order. It was the evolutionary time for them. And oh my goodness, and I got to be a part of that. It was incredible. It was incredible. You know, so I got taken care of and I know what it feels like. And I'm starting to feel that about this global tribe. And I spoke up. I had to speak up back then because I was in so much pain. I'm not in pain now. Everything's great. And so I'm speaking up a place of, I'm going to do the thing. I'd love to get it from you. And, you know, like I would love for people to, like, I want to have a place where people, you know, are proud of the fact that, you know, that thing that you see that JWoww's doing, I'm the one that got that made that happen. And it doesn't have to be that they bought it new. It may be that they got it new from their cousin. It may be that they own the company that makes it and they sponsored me and they let me pick what I want. Like, yeah, I want Hewlett Packard to sponsor us. I want Hewlett Packard to sponsor Planet JWoww. I want mainstream companies. I want small companies. I want people to be in the roots of what we're doing. They're going to be people like my professional assassin friend and my mafia boss friend and my ice pick wielding vigilante murderer friend, who they do things that are not good. They do things that are bad. They have their moments of good, like Schindler. And I'm there for their good moments because they got one. They used to have none. And then there's more. And then there's more. And then there's more. We start somewhere. Why don't we bitch at these companies that are trying to be better, and they really are trying to be better? Maybe their reason for being better is they don't want to lose their market share. Okay. I don't care what your reason are. You being better. Is that your behavior? Your behavior's better? Okay, great. That's the part that I'm going to go with. I don't think that that's a bad thing as long as they keep getting better, because eventually their better is going to get bigger than them. There's no chance of that if we don't nurture them being that. And someone's like, well, then why are you upset at like rapists and you don't want them at events? Rapists need healing too. I'm like, they do, just not at my place. There are people who are never going to have Hewlett Packard be a sponsor. I get it. Please hold that line, hold your boundary. And we're figuring it out. For me, it's as simple as this. The white people right now may have been slaves a couple lifetimes ago. And the folks who are black and all the not whiteness may have been slave owners, may have been horrible things and people in other lifetimes. And when you have a larger view, it's like everybody's got their shit, their sacred, healthy, intimate teachings. So let's figure stuff out. In my case, it's my house. I couldn't tell the world what I did and didn't want. I couldn't be picky. And so now I have my own world where I'm picky as fuck. If I don't want you on my world, then you won't be. If you're on my world, it's because I want you there. That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, thank you for letting me know that I was planted that seed. That's what I'm saying. You, sweetheart, you could make, so check this out. You could make a special series of ceremonial relaxation, one regular relaxation and one for people who are afraid of flying, and make that available to JetBlue or whatever, these airlines, and they can license your music for massive quantities of money. And then you can eventually use part of that to do a double blind study to prove that your music has this effect on people. And then you quintuple what you choose. Yeah. And if you offer to shamanically curate for them music that can't be gotten anywhere else, it's all on how you sell it, that can't be gotten anywhere else. And then there's Imani, and then there's these other folks that you love, and the Zen Gaia. Well, Zen Gaia is available, the Zen Gaia's everywhere, but these folks who are not published, Bright Hawk, and have that music available, and you'll curate you'll velvet rope the unavailable music. I'm feeling this. I'm getting goosebumps. If not you, then somebody come talk to me. I can see how to do this. And you have to be good enough to do it. Like, that's the thing. You got to be at a professional level in order to really pull that off. And you are. And then you can get yourself in their curate, right? Love it. Then you can get in their catalog. And you get the opportunity to sit down and for some, if you get chosen, there's some amount, there's some amount for an interview with you that will last anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour to see whether or not you want, it's $800 to sit down with you for an hour to find out whether or not you'll make a flute for someone. And then if you say yes, then it's going to be two chunks. It's going to be, $10,000 for that ceremonial flute for them. And they've got to show what the good that they're doing in the world that you believe in. $10,000 to you, and then a matching amount to something that is meaningful to you on their behalf. Okay, that's power. That's power. I want that power. And I want people to help me get that power. Because then we get to show people they want to know how to do the right thing. Let's show them how to do the right thing. Let's actually show them. How are we going to show them if we're always, spitting on them? You spit on me, that's the last time you'll see me. It also may be the last time you have all your teeth. It's a different discussion. But there's this thing that happens with mountain folks. I'm always talking about the mainstream not getting us. The mountain folks who were like, I didn't spend my time learning about money. I learned about herbs, and I'm better than you because I learned about herbs and dirt. And all you did was learn about money. Now, I want your money. I still want you to give me your money that you specialized in while I specialize in herbs. But I want to look down my, mountain nose at you. That's bullshit. That's what we did. Jonah Rue Roberts, there were 10 people, and we talked about that like the first thing. And those people, if any of you are here, worked their asses off to get out of that mindset, to realize that specialization is specialization and love is love. There are people who love the beauty and wonder of making money. There are people who love the beauty and wonder of working with plants. It's the same thing. If you're going after the beauty and the love and wonder, wherever it is, go you. Believe me, watch The Accountant. Okay? It's like that, like wherever you are, you get to do that thing, that love thing. Jerry, we can talk about this further. I am looking to curate people who are like my friend who's one of the presidents of the devil. Deutsche Bank is the devil. And he's one of the presidents there. Right? And finding a place, finding a way where folks like that who do not have the time and so want to be involved in this stuff, and they just didn't. They specialized in a different thing. And then when I come along and they trust me and I'm like, this is what the real Mojusin is, not something that you're getting just out of a catalog. And then we start shifting what goes into catalogs so that there are catalogs for folks, like we're curating and we're calling folks in who don't have a forum, and we're creating that forum, and we're constantly rotating folks out. I'm looking to have a catalog where folks get obsolete and they move on to the next level. The proper path is to find it is a proper path. There's no the proper path. There's a proper path, a path. I won't even say a proper path. Mental peace is a path, and it's a powerful one. Most people suffer in some way. I'm going to leewee this right here, Brian. It's perfectly put. So here's what Brian wrote, which is what most people would get and would resonate to. And this is what we do with leewee. I'm literally going to leewee with here. This is beautiful, Brian. Thank you. So instead of absolutism of the, it's a. And proper is a cultural imposition on something. And so, right, simply a path. So, like, we don't say just, we say simply, because just has an apology and a shaming in it. So a path, mental peace is a path. And it is. That's also true. Many, if not most people, suffer in some way. Not everyone. Many, if not most people, suffer in some way. I am honored to have been able to support and help you, Brian. You are a badass. I, too, look forward to many more conversations with you, because every time I see you, you have evolved and up-leveled another. Like, you are taking, no matter how hard I give it to you, no matter how brutal I get, no matter how much nope wall I put up on something that you say, you're like, okay, I don't understand the nope. I'm going to go with it. Or I understand the nope and I'm having a hard time and I'm going to go with it. Like, you make it worthwhile for me to bring my A game because you grow with it. I want that. I want the people who are like that about it. I want to be in a conversation. I don't want you to come kick tires and talk to me about, well, I want to do this. It's like, if you want to do this, then go do it. Just not on my time and not on my planet. That's all. You asked for me. So I'm bringing me, and me says that this will work this way. And then you run with it. And then you come up with ideas, and I'm like, wow, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, let's do that. Gardening, right? I'm so glad to waltz to your mental state. I've never been called a wonderful waltz. Oh my, do you guys see that? Oh, thank you, Brian. That's beautiful. You're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. It's a delight. Yeah, see, I want to feel like that about the people that I work with. So I'm not working with many people. Mm-mm. No. 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 From here on out, I'm having fun. And I'm bringing as many with y'all with me as I can that resonate. Okay, I think, yep, I've got less than an hour until my very first investors meeting. If y'all want me to start a Poditize Facebook group where we can talk about it, we've only got another few days. But if you want me to talk about this thing, like this is a way that we're going to be able to make money. And there are people that I'm reaching out to pool our money. And I'm also letting folks know I'm going to raise the money. Not only am I investing in this, I'm going to find out from them tomorrow what it's going to cost for them to take care of everything except for me showing up for content for a year. And whatever that costs, I'm going to raise that, and then we're going to pay them. And then I'm going to do, I commit for the people who show up for that, I commit to doing a podcast a week for a year. It takes them about 10 days to do all the big everythings. Okay, so will there be a 10-day lag? And then for a year, once a week, or twice a week. I mean, I'll find out how much twice a week is. And then I'm going to put it out there, and then we'll figure out how to raise the money. And Linda, you're going to help me, and someone else is going to help me on my site. And we're going to figure out the kinship site so that people can subscribe. So that I don't want the word subscribe. I want so that people can share vest in our shared future. Folks can share vest in our shared future. Okay? Because you're making it so that I can give back to you the way that I want to. So you're investing in your own future as you invest in me. That's wonderful. I love that. That's a reciproconomic arrangement, a reciproconomic exchange, interchange, and getting my words, reciproconomic interchange. Okay, that's a reciproconomic interchange. Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go drink yummy things. Thank you all. This was fun. All right, let's do the 24-second prayer. I'd love to hear, for anyone who's still here, I would love to hear what one of your favorite moments was from today. And just put that in the comments. And anyone, whenever you encounter this, add to the comments. May there be millions of comments under this one day. All right. Yeah, 24-second prayer. Here we go. All right, so the 24-second prayer is us being in our power, like really being rooted in our power, and then reaching that out into the world. Power being defined as the ability to influence that which is not our isness. So in this moment, the 24-second prayer, we are reaching out. And if you are reaching out, whatever your prayer is, may it be augmented by what we do. Whatever, if you are looking to pray with me, I am praying for calling for videographers and web designers so that we can create a guild. Actually, it wouldn't be a guild, it would be a grove. So we can create a grove for those things so that we can get things done quickly. So that 24 hours a day, there's somebody working on it, and we get stuff set up quickly so enough people can go home. I got to, yes, that's what you're thankful for. That's beautiful. Good. We send energy to that, Brian. You get to hear Megan's voice. Yes, sir. His beloved is just such a kick-ass. All right, so reaching out, 24-second prayer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Be in your power. Stay in your power. Power being defined as the ability to influence that which is not our isness. And we are influencing influencing that which is not our isness, in inclusion, welcome, and empowerment, with our love, with our knowing, with our growing, with everything that we have that is blissful and joyful and good and rooted and real. Okay. And then we know what's next. It's the peekaboo prayer on the count of 3. Love what you wrote, Jerry. On the count of 3, peekaboo prayer. 1, 2, 3. Where did everybody go? Everybody disappeared. Where did all the people? I see you through that. I can see you. All the people are still there, even when you can't see them. That's pretty magic. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna sing something. What am I singing? Oh, I'm gonna sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Sing with me. All right. Yeah, it's so much easier with a cell phone, right? Right? Like, I want a wall on the site that's people playing peekaboo with Juju with different things that are like their blankets or their, and or little video clips of them taking a picture of them playing peekaboo with her on this, right? Okay, I can hit that. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Yay us, yay us. We didn't throw our energies under the bus. Yay us, yay us. We getting all our energies onto the bus. Hi everybody, I'm Juju. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you come in. I hope you had a good time and there was good num-nums for the hearts and the brains and the inside souls' parts. Okay. Alright. Y'all take good care. I'm gonna get Julie, okay? Or the JWoww. I'm gonna get the JWoww, okay? Alright. Well, there you go. Good job, everybody. All right. So I'm JWoww of Planet JWoww, and I'm a tribe-sourced human. This is our legend and legacy that we are building together, sweet ones, and it's such an honor to get to do it with you. Sticking to it. Until soon. See you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Take care, everybody.